this is lesson 6 on Raven. I want to point out a few things. First of all, that I've handled a lot of dogs, and I've placed in national events in my classes. I've won. I took 3rd place in the nationals of PSA, but all those dogs were dogs that already had all their foundation, and my job was just really to handle them and maybe correct and fix a few things. And I was really good at that from everything that I observed over the years, but I'm realizing starting a dog from the beginning is a lot different. And by watching the videos and all the comments, I'm seeing my mistakes. So it's so great for me. I'm learning so much. So the things that I really want to see that I need to work on is I have to be careful with my commands, like sit, out. It has to be not out of anger and screaming. Just, regular. The command has to sound the same, so it doesn't sound like different commands. I'm realizing that, that I have to kind of force her to not avoid right now. And I'm also realizing that I'm correcting her. When you say hang her, for the out, I'm correcting. I'm not hanging.
Well, this is an interesting thing. Dogs have to be taught literally what corrections mean, okay? And in the beginning, the hanging cuts out the behavior and almost forces the dog, particularly with the sit. The dog has to learn to turn off pressure. There's 3 phases in pressure. In the use of aversives, there's 3 phases the dog goes through. The first phase is the dog has to learn to turn off the pressure, which means the pressure has to be kind of slow but steady, and the hanging works very good on the sit. And then the dog learns, as soon as its butts go on the ground, immediately you release the pressure on the leash. So the dog learns how to turn off the pressure. Then as the dog advances, the dog starts to learn how to, once the dog learns how to escape the pressure, the dog starts to learn that he can avoid the pressure by sitting before the pressure comes. But it still needs that guidance, that directive guidance. In the last phase, once the dog's really sure of it, that just little pop on the leash will be good enough. You can offer that as a correction, because at that point it's very clear to the dog what behavior it has to do and what behavior it's not doing. At that point, the dog's in a relaxation phase where the dog realizes it's in its 3rd phase, where the dog's realizing that if it sits, it doesn't receive any correction, and that becomes totally clear to the dog. So the dog goes through escape, avoidance, and then relaxation phases of learning how to accept a correction and learning what a correction is and learning how to turn it off. So the dog has to actually learn how to deal with a correction. And that's probably the part that was missing in your previous education, is that the dogs you were working with already knew how to do that. Right. Because you provide very effective corrections to a dog that has some training. Once the dog understands how to deal with a correction, from there you know what you're doing. But this dog is also a little difficult because she's also very high drive and she's older. So there's several things here going on, and I give you credit for exposing yourself and taking the challenge and doing this for other people's benefit. So just remember today, steady voice, and also when you sit and you circle around her, try to get around her. It's very this is a tricky thing. You want to get around her quickly but smoothly, because you don't want her to break it. You want her to do it successfully. But you also don't want to make the time frame suddenly 3 times longer than she's used to. You want to just get her the idea that you're going to walk around behind her and she's not to get up while you do that. We're trying to add that in. So let's see how that goes.
Should I start with the lack of avoidance now?
Yes, do that. First, do some avoidance blocking. Try it with no toy at first. Get her on the live ring of the choke collar. Close the door. Put the toy away at first. Okay? No, wait, now she's biting the leash. Stop. No, wait. Tell her sit.
Sit.
Hang her up.
Sit.
Okay. And then release her and sit on the couch.
Okay.
Now pull her up on the couch with the leash. Wait. I know, but pull her up on the couch with the leash. Just hold her next to you and pet her. Just like with the toy, she'll probably stop. See, she's stopping?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just keep her there. Let her kiss your face. If she'll kiss your face, try that. Try like getting mouth to mouth like contact. See if she'll do that. Just hold her there. Just hold her there. Good girl. Just stroke her. Very calm. Long, calm strokes. Hold her up on top of you. Okay? This is to reassure her that you also, contact with you represents an escape. Represents an escape from disagreeable experience. Because at one point, we're going to also use some force to reinforce things like come to your side, come to you. And we don't want her to have any habit of trying to...
Much more comfortable in the pocket of my body.
You see how she's learned?
It's not perfect, but...
You feel the improvement.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, once she does that improvement again, get her to calm down again. The second time she calms down, you go get one of the toys. Look. See, she's starting to interact to your face. Call her back up. Right, there you go. There you go. Get her back on top of you.
It's hard to stay calm when the dog... It's very hard to not lose your patience and not want to like...
That's one of the great challenges of dog training.
She just scratched my face and I like want to like...
You want to kill her.
I want to punch her back. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
you want to kill
fight?
her. Look. Don't turn your face away. When she makes gestures toward your face also, you have a tendency to be defensive with her.
Yeah.
You have a tendency to knee her when she jumps on you almost as an automatic reaction.
Right.
You have a tendency when she goes toward your face to turn your face away. No, that's when you need to turn your face to her and try to encourage a social interaction, a face-to-face ride. You know what I mean? She needs to get more comfortable with that. Now release her and go get one of her toys. Tell her, okay, get one of her toys. All right. Okay, now tell her sit.
Sit.
Now loose her leash, a little looser leash. Now try to circle around her.
It's hard. She's not in a good... Sit.
Oh, wait.
Sit.
You know what? Then if she's not in a good position to circle around, do the other thing. Come around with the toy in the front.
Sit.
And then put it away.
Sit.
Okay, now try it with only one command. Tell her sit and try to bring the toy all the way around without any...
Sit.
And then back. And then back again without saying anything. And then release.
Okay.
Good girl. Now sit on the couch.
The hanging is working better than...
Now sit on the couch. Sit on the couch and try to get her up. Let her have the toy and try to draw her via the leash up into your lap.
Come on.
Let go of the toy, get the leash, and try to bring her into your lap with the toy.
Good girl, Raven. Good girl. Good girl.
Okay, this helps with everything. This is also setting up, in a way, foundation for retrieving, too, because she's learning to bring objects into that pocket that we're making her comfortable with. Believe it or not, this will also help with the protection work, because it's kind of subconsciously making her more comfortable with the body contact and the pocket, which we're going to also redirect into the protection work later. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
If she's comfortable with objects in your pocket, it's going to be easier for her to get more comfortable on a bite in the decoy's pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Let her have that. Just get up, let her have that toy, and get a second toy now. Let's go back to the out. Let's try get maybe your second toy first. Right. Okay. Now let's see if she does it on the command. Tell her
Out. 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 Sit.
Okay. Now try circling around one time. Tell her sit and see if you can, or if you can't circle.
Sit.
Okay. Go next to her left side then.
Sit.
Just try that. Go into the heel position and then okay.
Okay. Good girl. Good girl.
Back to the couch.
Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. She's almost coming to the couch a little bit.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Good girl. Come on, Raven.
Let her get the object and tell her, come on up. Like try to prod her a little, like a little.
Which object she wants.
That's it. Prod her a little bit. There you go. There you go.
Good girl.
You can tug it all
Tug it
there.
a little
Yeah, a
bit.
little bit, right. And then let her have it and let her be on top of you.
Girl.
Right, mix the tugging.
So she doesn't think that when I reach for it, I'm going to take it. She just thinks I'm going to play.
You're right. You have to mix the tugging and the pocket now together.
Especially, I know a lot of avoidance was done because I spoke to the family that had her. So, like...
Can you also see that a decoy has to do the same thing almost? He has to teach the dog, he has to tug with the dog, but also teach the dog not to try to escape the pocket while they're fighting. There's almost an instinct for the dog to want to pull out of the pocket as you fight. Right.
As opposed to decoy, pulling the dog back up, pressure, release.
Right. Until the dog gets neutralized to that, actually starts driving into the pocket.
Yeah.
There you go. So the theory is
driving into the pocket is teaching the dog that the fight, that they're going to get the fight. That's why when the dog drives in the pocket, you fight.
Exactly.
So it's teaching the dog, like, okay, let's play the game.
The dog's more comfortable in the pocket than anywhere else. So in a trial situation, the place that the decoy is going to put the most,
all right, let's go.
attempt to pressure the dog the most is going to be the spot where the dog is the most comfortable.
All right,
Okay, so let's try it again. Do the whole thing again. Get up. Okay.
Out. Out. Sit.
Okay, now tell her sit and don't mess around. Be a little stronger if you have to, right? Try to circle around her. Tell her sit.
Sit.
And now try to circle around her if you can. If you can't, if you don't have enough room.
Sit. Sit.
Go next to her.
Sit.
Go around behind her again. Sit. Remind her.
Sit.
Okay, go out. Now release.
Okay. I definitely see how that hanging is what I needed to do. I understand it now.
She's getting much better with all this. Give her a...
I knew this was too big. I'm going to start the... Let me get the other choke. I said I think that choke is a little bit...
It was a little bit big. Make sure, show the right way to put the over the top and through the loop. Show us so that the loop is on the left side. Show the chain. Put the chain through. It should look like a P. A lot of people put the chain on wrong so that the chain runs under the dog's neck and through the loop.
Wow.
Show the little collar. You're not showing it. I can't really see it. Okay. No. Okay, yes. How are you going to put the chain on?
I don't know yet. I'm going to try to do what you told me, but... Good girl. Good girl.
Try to pull the toy through the collar. Right.
Good
There you
girl.
go. Pull the toy through the collar.
Girl. This is much better.
Okay, and let her have that. Good girl. She's also going to get a positive association with getting a collar put on. There you go.
Sit. Sit.
Okay, try just going next to her and walking away now.
Sit.
Less commands. There you go. And now walk out in front of her again. Tell her sit.
Sit.
Now pull the toy around in the front. Show it.
Sit.
Back or behind.
Sit.
There you go. Good. Very good timing. Very, very good. Show the toy again.
Sit.
Back away. Show the toy a second time. Hold it there a few seconds.
Sit.
And don't move it. And just see if she releases on the command.
Okay.
Good girl.
Good girl.
Now go sit on the couch again.
Good girl.
Give her a little pulls up on the couch. So come on, come on.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Good girl. Good girl.
Okay, Jen, you're doing much better now. Do you notice the progress?
That's why people should videotape.
Video is everything.
I saw everything. I looked retarded. I'm like, I can't believe I'm not getting what I totally get now. Where you would take it.
I'm going to tell you that videotape. Right, you're going to try to get one good successful one in now. She's very hyped up, and initially it takes a little bit still to get her under control.
Sit.
Okay.
Sit.
A little bit looser leash, a little bit just.
I lost my shoe.
Okay. Now show the toy.
Sit.
Then away again. Try to back up a little bit.
Sit.
Show the toy.
Sit.
Back up again.
Sit.
And then release.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, you're recognizing a lot of the handling errors. You're doing much, much better. The dog is doing much, much better. You're beginning to make significant progress.
And this is all progress. What you guys are seeing on tape is all we're doing.
Yeah, well, I pointed that out last time, but let me point it out on the video. For the purpose, normally if this was my own dog, if this was Jen and I's real project,
2-3 times
we would be
a day.
doing multiple repetitions each day to shorten the learning curve. But we're taping everything, so we're only doing one lesson a day. So as far as time frame, it will take us longer to train the dog this way, but for documentation purposes, it would make it impossible for us to tape this 3 or 4 times a day.
And plus also, until I'm at a place where I really know what to do on my own, it's hard for Dom and I to have time together to do this because we're like separate all day. So.
Well, be honest with you, I don't want you to do anything on your own, Jen, just for the sake of documentation.
Come on.
Right.
Come on. Upstairs. Come on. Good girl.
Raven the lunatic.
Ow, my finger. Come on.
There's always an ouch in every lesson.
No, that wasn't too bad.
An ouch in every lesson. That could be Raven's motto. That should be my business model with Canine Control. An ouch in every lesson.